music, research shows, is a very powerful way to really get your energy up. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yes. So let me ask you, what's a song you love? What's a song that really stirs your soul? What's an artist who stirs your soul?
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie? Okay, what song?
Dancing on the Ceiling.
Good song.
That's pretty good. Dancing on the Ceiling.
Oh, Dancing on the Ceiling? Okay, that's a good one. Okay, who else?
Oh, Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas?
You've done this before.
I Will Survive. That's a good one. Okay, great. So look, everybody, you should pick a song for yourself, for your ritual. This is something you can do in under 5 minutes that really stirs your soul. It makes you feel pumped whenever you listen to it. My favorite is this one. Remember this? Eye of the Tiger. You guys got this in the
My
back?
favorite.
Could you get Eye of the Tiger up for a sec?
We can put that one up.
All right.
Put it by your mic. Queen,
what I'm
champions, Eye of the Tiger.
Queen, yeah, that's good. It's all good stuff. Okay, so put it up. We're going to do a little exercise together, okay? As soon as the music comes on, I want everyone to get up. Okay, everybody get up. All right, now I want you to find a power move. Because the other thing that gets the top performer's energy up is to move their body. Emotion is caused by motion. Right? I learned this from Tony Robbins, right? So you want to find a power move, something that really gets your juices going. So for me, I like to clap my hands. Or I like to oh yes, yes, find something for yourself. Let's all do this. 10 times. Yes. Yes. Everybody stay standing. The other thing that we have top performers do, champions do, as part of the Finish Identity Results Ritual, is ask what we call intelligent questions. Most people ask dumb questions, loser questions. Questions like, why is it so cold this morning? Do I have to get out of bed at 4:30 to do my workout? Now let me hit the snooze button. The human brain's amazing. It'll answer any question you give it. So if you ask that kind of a question, that kind of question actually lowers your energy. As part of the results ritual, we have you ask winner questions. Questions that your brain will try to answer, but these questions will actually elevate your energy, empower you. So question 1 is, what makes you happy today? Shout it out at folks. What makes you happy today, right now? What are you happy about?
Being here right now.
Being here, that's right. All right, who else? Life. I love it. Mexico, sunshine, the sweets. Are those sweets not killer? Off the hook. All right, distinct. Second question. What makes you excited today? What are you excited about today?
Waking up.
Waking up. The smell of grass. Not working. All right, that's good. Phil, what are you excited about today?
Being with these amazing people.
Being with these amazing people. All right. Good. Question 3. Who can you make a difference for today, in a big or small way?
Me, yourself.
No, not yourself. Someone else.
Everyone here. Everyone in this conference.
Everyone good. Okay. Good. All right, that's good. Who else? Who's got a particular person that can make a difference for big or small today?
My kid, she's got a big decision.
She's got a big decision to make? Okay, good stuff. So you're going to support her?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Your wife? How are you going to do that? Be nice to her. Okay, great. Next question. Next question. What are you the very best at? Shout it out. What are you the very best at? Like one quality you're trying. Are you empathetic? Are you a hurdler?
Hey, I'm the second best hurdler on my street.
Okay, good.
I'm the third.
He's the best hurdler on the street. Okay, that's good. What are you the very best at? Let's hear some more.
Sweeping rocks.
Sweeping rocks. I love it.
No, you probably drinking beer.
Okay, great. All right, so this one you don't want to ask necessarily today, but when you get back to your market, how do you attract your very best client, your very best prospect? Right away, today. What's something special? Well, I don't mean now, but I mean when you get back home, think about that. That's a great question to ask every morning to yourself. What did I do to get my very best prospect today and close him? It's a great question. Okay, the last question, very serious question. Put your serious face on. You always want to ask yourself, I wonder who's the lucky son of a gun that gets to meet me today? Why is that a good question? Because it presupposes that you got something great to give everybody who meets you. And you do. You're the top of the top real estate agents around, right? You ask these 5 questions, you listen to top music, you move, you do stuff, you do yes, yes, you're going to be in a peak state, you're going to start your day on fire. You can teach this to folks on your team, right? Especially folks who might be newer in sales, before they go start making calls, before they go knocking on doors. It's going to get them in a peak energy state, and that's much better than, hi, my name is Nicky, I'm calling from LePage. Are you interested in buying or selling your home or anyone you know in the next 12 months? No, you want to be at your top, at your best. And that's what the Finish Line Thinking Results Ritual will do for you. Those little cards I gave you have all 3 steps. In under 5 minutes, your energy could be there. Okay, good. You learned something good?
Yeah.
I love it. All right, great. Thank you. Sit down. All right. So, I didn't have enough. I will get more to Christine. I'm out. I didn't bring enough. I apologize. May have called. I will get you more. I will get you more. Okay. So, but if you didn't get the card, I'll just review the 3 steps. Number 1, music that stirs your soul. So just write down music. Music I like or love. Number 2, move my body. Move my body. And number 3, 5 questions. Okay? What am I happy about? So just write down the word happy. What am I excited about? Excited. Make a difference for somebody. What am I the very best at? Yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there. How do I attract my ideal best client prospect? And then who's the lucky person? Okay. Alright. Cool? Okay, great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, sir.
One of the things that I have is very upbeat music with the Eye of the Tiger chant and all that with affirmations.
That's good. I like it. I like it. It works. It works. So listen, if you didn't like my questions and you have one of your own that's empowering that you want to put in, do that. Be proud. Okay? It's a good way to do it. It's a good way to do it. So think of a question, if you don't like one online, and you want to add one that's unique to you, unique to your market, unique to the goals that you have, and add that in. Okay? So it's a good way to do it. Okay. So, you're all getting a copy of my book, Finish Line Thinking, which I got to Christine. So, one of the principles I think is really important, and Mark can totally back me up on this, is what I call expect to win. And y'all probably have this, and you know this. That's why you do as well as you do. There's a really cool take on it. So champions all expect to win. Put up your hand if you remember the great American sprinter, Michael Johnson. You ran against Colin Bailey? Yeah. So Michael had gold shoes. Do you remember that? He's the man with the gold shoes. Did you know those shoes had real gold in them? They were like lightweight. After every race, he would throw them into the crowd. So if he won, Nike loved it because obviously he'd throw them in the race. They were Nike shoes. And if he lost, he wouldn't be so cool, right? So one day, a reporter came up to him and said, Michael, how come you wear gold shoes, man? What if you lose? Won't you be embarrassed? You know what he said? He looked at the reporter with a bit of a sneer. And he said, I don't think about losing. I think about winning. I want to win. And then he turned around and he walked in. Does that not say it all? But the man expected to win. So the man who told me that story is actually sitting next to me. It's Mark. So one day I went over to Mark. Sorry to talk about you while you're in the room, Mark, but I'm going to do it a lot today.
I can leave.
So, and I asked Mark, I said, Mark, did you always expect to win? And he shocked me because I thought he was going to say, yes, of course I did. And he said, no. And I'm like, but you're a gold medalist. Like he's not human, right? And I said, how come? And he says, well, I got something interesting to share with you. You're going to love this. It's going to give you goosebumps. He said that whenever I expected to win, I invariably won. when I just hoped to win, I almost never win. And then he shut his mouth. And I'm like, wait, you can't leave me like that. He said, no, you gotta tell me more. How is it that sometimes you expect to win, and sometimes you just hope to win? Those are two very different states of being, right? Like expecting versus hoping. What he said to me next completely changed my life. Okay? He said it was all a function of my level of preparation and focus. When I had done all the work I had to do to be prepared, I could feel it in my cells. Victory was mine. When I had not, whether it was a little or a lot, I felt a lot less confident. Have you ever been in a place where you have done all the work you need to do, where you just felt you had this? Right? Whatever it was. Going after a particular listing, hitting a particular goal. So the caveat of it is, have you ever been in a place where you haven't quite done all the work? And you're thinking, I hope it's good enough. Or maybe it's been good enough. You know what I mean? It could be about anything. It could be about your business. It could be about your life. Put up your hand if you're in that space too, if you've been there. Only 5 hands have gone up. I know you're talking cheese, but come on. So here's a question I want to ask you. Pick an area that's important to you in 2014. Be it your business, be it your life. How can you raise your level of preparation in that area? How can you raise your game? What are you not doing now that you could be doing? Who's got an area, who's going to be brave and share what it is that they could be doing and not quite doing?
Time management.
Okay, great. So what could you do differently? Stand up for me so everybody can hear you.
If I schedule my week like hour by hour, I know I can get so much more done and just go back home.
Okay, great. Give her a hand. All right, who else? Okay, if you don't share, I'll start picking on you. Come on. Who else? Claire.
I was just thinking from if you all have farms perhaps, or like a farm area that I do quite well at.
Yeah.
But I sometimes just resonate with what you're saying. I just kind of hope that people at my farm call me, because they do in general. But not I could do things that would make it make my odds much better.
Like what could you do? Give us an example.
Well, we're not supposed to call people, but I can start calling people and door knocking more, perhaps doing the open houses myself. People do.
Okay, so like have more of a structured plan. Did I say something wrong?
But I suppose just hoping people call me because I send out the flyers in the area and do the stuff, just the extra little stuff to maybe improve my own.
Okay, that's great. All right, there's that. Go ahead. Stand up, please. Tell us your name, where you're from.
My name's Wilma Fournier. I'm local. I'm going to cut the negative people out of my life a little fast.
Push the delete button. Okay, let's go. All right. Partner up, not your spouse, someone that you didn't come here with, okay? Pick one thing that for you in a small or big way would represent upping your level of preparation to a whole new level. 30 seconds each, okay? Because we got to get out and take pictures of Mark and send it to his client. some fun. Come on, come on. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Guys. All right. I'll take 2 more shares. Who got inspired? Who got something good for themselves that they want to share? Yes, no? Is that a yes? No?
I'll share.
All right, go for it.
I'm pretty sure it's equal, and I'm going to dedicate.
Give her your attention, please.
I'm going to dedicate spending more time with my own staff, because sometimes I wish that they don't have problems, I'm happy when they don't relate things, but I'm going to try to spend and give them more of my time.
You're going to give more of your time. You're going to structure that in. Good stuff. All right, who else got something good? Doesn't have to all be about business. It could be about your health. It could be about whatever. Who else has got something good? Come on. I'm going to pick on you. Go ahead. Share. I'm going to do it. Guys, see, this is interactive. I'm on a TV set. Come on.
So my commitment is, now that I'm part of the Royal LePage family, is to actually investigate what the brokerage has to offer in terms of all the tools and marketing stuff. So I don't want to do too much.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Things that they use from Royal LePage, I'm an open sponge and I'm willing to take those.
Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. Last one.
Mike Stranage from Kingston. I guess I'm going to try to get feedback more from my clients. You know, you try to get it, you think it's always going to be there when you need it, because you can go back and find the person, then you get on to doing the next thing. And
Okay, great.
so I think we're going to try to be a little more diligent in that.
Okay, love it. That was good. Good stuff. All right. Principle number 9 out of the 13 in Finish Line Thinking is very powerful. Mark touched on it, but we're going to get a little deeper into it. It's all around being accountable. Performing at your best means you embrace accountability. You bring it to you. I was pretty excited. I forgot I had this here. I apologize. Embrace it. Here's the thing. Here's one of the dangers of being a high performer. It's that you could be really happy with where things are and not really take on getting to the next level in certain areas. And one of the ways that high performers do this is by not being as accountable as they used to be to folks other than themselves. Right? And being accountable to yourself is being accountable to nobody. Because you are your worst accountability partner. Case in point, 6 a.m. comes along when you're back in your home market. The alarm rings. You told yourself you were going to get up and work out. Yeah, that's it. And you don't. You hit the snooze button. You say, oh, I deserve to sleep in. I was up late last night doing an offer. I closed the deal. I deserve to sleep in. I don't have to get up. But if you had a workout buddy, or if you had a trainer, you get up, right? Because you were accountable to somebody other than yourself. So here's what I want to ask you. Where are you not embracing accountability? Where could you be more accountable? Again, I am not a television set. This is an interactive session here.
We're thinking.
It is. Okay, good. All right. Who's got it?
I can share
Go for it.
something that I did which was accountability. I am not a sports person at all. I don't like sweating. And so I had a very bad back. And I decided, well, I was going to an osteopath. And one day I was on the table and he said to me, he said, Loretta, you're a great girl. You know, you really have to exercise. And I said, John, I don't like exercise, I don't like sweating. And he said to me, okay, I'm going to give you the name of a trainer, and she's going to give her a call and see what she has to say. So I gave her a call, called her from my car, and I said, hi Lorna, this is who I am. I just want you to know I don't like to sweat. So, would you tell me what you can do for me? And she came to see me, and I think the first day she came, I raced home, because I was coming out to see me. I think I took my stressed, and I was really upset. And my husband looked at me and he's like, the trainer's coming, and you're like totaled your car. And I'm like, it's my car, I can go in, the trainer's going to take care of me, and I'm going to see what's going to happen. Anyway, this was 8 years ago. She comes 3 times a week. She's outside my door, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I have to take that.
That was a fantastic story. All right, who's got an area that you're not embracing accountability and you could be, and take it another level? Who's got some? Nobody?
I would say, learning. After 20 years we've been doing this business now, and 10 years doing the insurance club, and not getting stagnant. I'm so inspired by this group. The first time that Gina and I went to insurance club and sat in this field of people, we were like overwhelmed. We were like, holy cow, these are the rock stars, not just for LePage, but of Canada, real estate. And what I find amazing about this is that the learning curve doesn't stop with these people that have been in the industry for a long time. And so for us, that's something that what we look at.
Okay, so learning. So how could you take that on in an accountable fashion? What would you do different?
I'm making an effort to, we don't always come to these events, so these events are important to us, obviously. We have people, like, there are people in this room that have been to Insurance Club to every event, so that's one thing we're trying to do better.
Okay.
And also just individual learning as well.
Okay, great. All right. So you can commit to each other and keep each other accountable?
Yeah.
Good, great.
I think that at these events, we always feel the few people who do come up and are not trying to be, but we get things that everybody says something that is very important, and we feel the same way, and we should all share more, and we all are trying to say more things and have more of these segments.
Stand up, bud. Stand up.
That's a great idea.
Well done, well done. Okay, great. All right, who else? Who else could take their accountability to a new level? Go ahead.
There's, to share with people, and it's honorable to say,
Yes.
I always remember that I carry with me what my father, who was a veterinary surgeon, said to my sister, who was also a veterinary surgeon, who was getting a bit uppity of her superiority in learning over one of the farmers who had questioned her, what she was doing. My dad said to her, listen, without your clients, you're nobody.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. That's true. That's true.
So true.
Just, one thing.
All right, stand up for a second.
I think a big thing for accountability is turning off my phone and not looking at email for set blocks throughout the day, so that I can actually work on the business and instead of just reacting to the day. Some days I'm good with it, but just be more accountable on an ongoing basis of having set hours that I'm not reacting to these things.
So who can you share that with who can hold you accountable? Okay, great. That's good. I like it. Okay. Yes.
Kiki was Genworth. I had a good example today, actually, because Genworth is in the middle of our national conference. So I joined them on Sunday, but I'm missing the next couple of days. And all of our salespeople are together, and I lead our realtor strategy, and I'm not there to share what we're doing and what my ask is of our salespeople. So I rarely delegate a lot of stuff. I kind of trust in myself. So I delegated it to a partner in our business, and he just sent me a note about an hour ago, and he said, I killed it. So trusting that other people can take on tasks that it's just going to make everybody sort of better when you've got more people doing things.
Yeah, I like it. All right. So, principle number 13, the most important principle in finish line thinking, is daily disciplines. Right? Top performers all have daily disciplines. Things they do day in and day out. The reason you're Chairman's Club, and there's other folks who are equally talented salespeople are not, is because you're doing things day in and day out that they don't do, right? So, some of the important daily disciplines, okay, like what I alluded to earlier, is daily exercise and daily healthy eating, right? You don't have to exercise for, like Mark said before, for an hour at a time, every time you want to exercise. You could get up and just do 5-10 minutes a day. Is there anyone here who absolutely cannot fit in 5 or 10 minutes every day? Nobody, right? So what if you just said to yourself, I'm going to do this. I won't let my head hit the pillow, even if it's midnight and I'm tired, until I've done 10 minutes. If I get home, I could just put on the smartphone and do some push-ups and jumps and stuff that Mark showed me, or go for a walk with the dog or whatever. Daily exercise. And then daily healthy eating. Like, food is at least 50% of your energy. So to be at peak energy, you gotta be eating healthy. So ask yourself, what's one thing you could do every day that you're not doing now around your food? Right? It's one thing. Could you drink water? Instead of coffee. Sorry, Mark. Just think about that. That could be a good daily discipline. Another good one is daily de-stressing. It's easy to de-stress in this environment, right? Because it's a great environment for it. Everyone's relaxed. But day in and day out in your markets, are you taking steps to de-stress on a daily basis? Right? No? Not at all? So what's something you could do that could be de-stressing for you? Exercise. That's good.
Glass of red wine.
Glass of red wine? It's true. Absolutely. What about meditating? Or, listening to music, listening to something funny. Going for a walk with your husband, your wife, your kids. Just think of something that could de-stress you. If you are like John, who said you don't really de-stress, I want you to take a second out, don't share, just write this down. What's a daily de-stress practice you could do? You could exercise, you could meditate, you could pray, you could go for a walk with somebody you love, you could play with your kids if you have small kids. Whatever it is, just think about it and put it into your schedule. It's really important. Right? So, the other thing is daily accountabilities. We were talking about that earlier. You gotta have stuff that you're accountable for on a daily basis. You guys are the top 1%. You're probably doing all the things you need to do for marketing, sales, and for knocking on doors and prospecting. But there may be other things you're not doing. What is something for yourself that you could be doing more of, that would take your business further, that would help your team do better? Think about that. And then, here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. Get accountable to somebody in your office, on your team, for making sure that gets done on a daily basis. Because I'll tell you, you'll be so happy. Accountability is your friend. It's your friend. Right? So, the final thing is, around daily disciplines, is to have what I call daily finish line thinking. Well, what's daily finish line thinking? That's visualizing your goal every day. What's your number one goal for 2014? Who'd like to shout it out? Be it business, be it personal. Who'd like to shout it out?
Double my income.
Double your income. I love it. High five. That's one thing. Double your income. That's good. Okay. So, to double your income, stay with me, guys. Stay with me. This is a good one. You might stay with me for a second. To double your income, what if you visualize that every day? Like, what would be a way